One day, as Jesus was teaching a crowd, a man stepped forward with a challenging question.
Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law?
The crowd grew quiet, waiting for his answer. How would you respond to such a question? In this week's lesson, Love and Justice, the two greatest commandments, we uncover Jesus' response and explore why he answered in such a profound and powerful way.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Why did Jesus answer in this way? Because these two commandments are inseparable. Love and justice go hand in hand. Loving God leads to loving others because every human is made in His image. When we love God deeply, that love transforms how we see and treat others. Justice flows from love. It is treating others with fairness, kindness, and dignity. Without love, following the law becomes an empty ritual. Without justice, love becomes a hollow word. In this lesson, we learn that our love for God is demonstrated by how we treat those around us. Jesus' answer was not simply a response to a difficult question, it was a profound call to action. If we truly love God, it will be reflected in how we care for our neighbors, defend the vulnerable, and seek justice for all.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Matthew 22 verse 40.
The question remains, how will you respond? Will you love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself? Jesus taught that the foundation of our faith rests on love. When asked to name the greatest commandment, he responded,
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Matthew 22 verses 37 to 39.
These two commandments summarize God's desire for our lives. Loving God with everything we have leads us to love others. This love is not just a feeling, it is a commitment to action. True love is not passive. It requires tangible expressions of care and compassion, just as Jesus emphasized the greatest commandments. The Bible also warns against the most serious sins. These include rejecting God and failing to love others. When we turn away from God, we deny the very source of life and truth. Likewise, when we ignore the needs of those around us, we act against the heart of God. In 1 John 4:20, we are reminded, if someone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? Our actions reveal the truth of our hearts. Loving God means loving others. There is no separation between the two. God's love is not just a feeling, it is active and just. Throughout Scripture, we see that God is deeply concerned with justice, especially for the poor, the oppressed, and the vulnerable. In Micah 6:8, we're called to reflect this by living with integrity. He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. God's justice is not merely punishment for wrongdoing. It is also about restoring dignity and ensuring fairness. As believers, we're called to embody this same heart for justice in our daily lives. As followers of Christ, we're called not only to receive God's love, but also to extend it by standing up for justice. This means helping those in need, speaking out against injustice, and caring for the brokenhearted. Justice is not optional for believers, it is a direct expression of God's heart and character. When a lawyer asked Jesus, "Who is my neighbor?" Luke 10:29, Jesus responded with the parable of the Good Samaritan. He showed that our neighbor is anyone in need regardless of their background, race, or social status. Loving our neighbor means breaking down barriers and extending compassion to all. This lesson reminds us that love and justice are inseparable. Justice without love becomes harsh and cold. Love without justice lacks truth and righteousness. Jesus' words invite us to live a life where both are intertwined, a life that honors God and brings hope to the world. As we reflect on Jesus' response, we're called to examine our own lives. Do we love God with our whole being? Do we treat others with the same care and dignity we desire for ourselves? In embracing these two commandments, we fulfill the heart of God's law and become reflections of His love and justice in the world.
Subscribe and share the gospel. Stay connected and help us spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. Join us today.